Hey you guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. My name is Mandy and I'm so glad you're here today. Today I am changing it up. So let me show you what I had before. Of course, whenever I do these, I kind of, change things up, and then I realized I didn't save anything for my actual video. But I wanted to kind of show you what I've been using for school. So I've been using a double page or open layout, 2-page layout here for school. I've been doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm deciding to change that up. I'll tell you where I'm at is I'm taking the whole no flipping page, too many pages, maybe to the extreme at this point, but what I am doing is I am making it to where I have my school and my catch-all layout in the 2-page layout instead of homeschool 2-page layout and then my catch-all 2-page layout. Okay, so in case you are not familiar with what my recent layouts have looked like, this is pretty much what my homeschool has looked like. 2-page layout. I have my routines over here, have absolutely loved it. But I am going to be having my preschooler Corbin go into kindergarten, and I'm going to have lessons for him for all the subjects. So instead of splitting it up, this way, I am going to figure out how to split it up to have both of my sons on the same page. And then another change that I wanted to happen was I didn't want to make it 2 pages anymore. I felt like with one of the days not even being at home at all, and then sometimes Fridays we choose not to do lesson work. We really do lesson work 3 days a week. So I felt like I could condense it to a page, and then that would help me to have an open layout like this. Now, you guys know that when I do these videos, I always find something that I'm probably going to change, and that's even after I've already done all the work on all of these, but that's okay. That's why things need to be edited multiple times, right? Like, for example, here it's bugging me that the shading is right next to this top shade, so I'll have to change that. But none of these in this way are in my shop, you guys. If you are interested, you have to let me know though, because then I will put more urgency in getting them out there. It's just that I haven't used it like this yet, so I'm going to try it out first. So as you can see, one thing I love about this is I love all the space that I have, because I tend to write, I think, pretty big for a planner, trying to fit everything in on a, page or a box or whatever. But I also felt like I could probably make some changes in that I really loved this space. Like, I would write lesson 97 and I would write the whole, name of the lesson. But I figured that what I'm going to do now is I got rid of the whole appointment section because I felt like I was making it pretty redundant, and very repetitive for me to have to write what's going on here. And then I would write what was going on here. And this is my dashboard weekly page. This isn't my shop. This is in my shop. I don't know if that sounded like I said that or not, which I absolutely loved all the space here. I usually have lines here. I've tried it with and without lines, love it both ways. But so what I found was I was kind of writing in the things happening on this page, and I was writing it on, our homeschool page. So what I decided to do, oh, there's the one with lines, by the way. What I decided to do was make it smaller and leave space to write things that are going on that day. However, just, obviously a little bit smaller. I can still look at my monthly, but again, I don't want to write things over and over again, and sometimes my things are not on my monthly section just yet. So I figured I would just write them in here, and then as I have my whole layout here, because I homeschool and homemake or parent or momhood, mom life, I do that all at the same time. So I really wanted to try something out where I could see both pages in the same layout. So that's the difference here with my homeschool layout. And what I'm going to do, and I will do that with you guys, I will set this up for myself for the week, but also with you guys, is I'm going to go ahead and put, I think I'm going to do math first, then we'll write out our language lessons, and then I specifically wanted to do history and science. I'm not sure if I will always keep it separated like that. I don't usually do them on the same day, except if we're kind of in a bind, but some days I do both of them in the same day. It's just like something's pretty short for one of the other subjects. And then here is where I'm going to put, it's going to be a few different things. So here is going to be my kids' home care items, which is like their chores, they're taking care of their home. And then I'm also just going to kind of put other, because it might be a day that we're going to bake. It might be a day that we're going on a hike. It might be, well, probably not the hike, but because this is only 3 days a week. So I'm seeing if I like this being only 3 days a week, even though I really did like having all 5 days of the school week here. I just felt like I wanted to have the whole 2-page overview like this, and I thought that if I put 5 days on here, it would just be a little squished. And then I thought, well, I could do landscape. However, that might be kind of hard, because if I do landscape, it might work if it's on this side, because then I can just turn my planner, you know, and I could have the 5 days here. You guys will have to let me know if you do anything like that and if it works for you. I was just thinking all vertical. And also I know that I write a lot more on this side because I don't have the middle discs. So as you can see, like, you know, there's always all these little factors. Here I would just plan the week ahead, and then the day of check things off. I don't have to really write much. So that's the idea for that. And then the other thing here is that one of my students' children will be shaded, and then the other one will not be shaded, and it'll go back and forth. So that is probably something I will have to, I mean, I'll just be able to figure that out, obviously. I always go like oldest to youngest. So my oldest, my third grader going into 4th grade will be here. And then my kinder will be going here. So that's the idea for my homeschool page. If we do anything on any other days, I will just make note of that over here, I think, or maybe even in here, and just work it out. The other thing on this page I really love is I wanted to keep the routines, which are here. I just don't think we actually need all of these, so I ended up taking, what did I take? 4. And what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to say our gather or family time, and then I'm going to go by each of my children. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't have Monday through Friday here. I just kind of know that it's that way. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So whatever, you know, day of the week, I just check that off. This way I don't have to write these things over and over again up here. This up here is mainly for lessons and things that are different each day. Like we're not going to do the same math lesson every day and so forth. And then down here is for things like pretty much daily, if not, you know, most of the days, but it's like the same thing. So he does handwriting every day, math facts, some kind of math facts. I usually do have some options. And for example, my kinder will have his handwriting every day. And some kind of extra math work or letter work. I haven't figured that out yet for the school year, but for right now, that's his daily. He's not in kinder yet, but I'm prepping for that at the end of this school year because I know what I need, and I'm going to try it out the next couple weeks that we're still in school. I should go ahead and input our dates. So we've got Monday here, Tuesday, and Thursday. And that is going to be, you know what, this is, yeah, I'm trying to think, what's the date today? There we go. 5th. I wrote the wrong one, that's why. Something threw me off. Something I did threw me off. 6-5, 6-6, so 7, 6, 8. So as you can see, like, I'm just gonna have to be careful. And then I will go into planning out all the lessons there, but we're not gonna do that for this video. But as you can see, I have space for 2 different things for each subject for each of my students or children. So for example, if we have a math lesson, I can either, but it's really long, I can use both lines, or I can go ahead and write our math lesson here and our math facts, even though it's down here. Or if there's something extra that we need to do for that. Typically there isn't, but if there's 2 different things that he's required to do, but if it's not a daily thing, I have more space. Same for my kinder. Okay, so now let me kind of show you more of the details of this one, which may be what you're here more for. Let's see here. There we go. So let me try to, like I said, you guys, I had already tossed, yes, that goes together. There we go. It's like a puzzle piece when you take them out and you wonder, where did I put that? Okay, so this is, let's take these other ones away. This is how my original layout that I've been using for the past few months has been looking, which I have absolutely loved. I love all the space and everything. I left space before down here for things that were going on that day. And then these are like my to-dos for that day. Anything that just kind of comes up. And every week I would write in the things that I really need to do that day on a weekly basis. So, you know, it just kind of came together. I made sure my daily tasks were in the middle here, so I didn't have to write too much over here. Sometimes I used this, sometimes I didn't, but the idea was to put for dinners, or if I had a cleaning theme day, like that would go there. So as you can see, it's been very home driven, home and family driven here. Here's my ongoing to-do list. So that's how that's been. And I thought, is there a way that I can try to fit most of this on a 1-page layout? So here's what I did. I made all the days smaller, and then I took out the lines and stuff for Sunday and Saturday because I didn't really feel like I needed lines on those days. If anything, I just kind of try to work off my ongoing to-do list on those days. So Monday through Friday, also I made space at the top instead of at the bottom, because when I put this together, it just didn't seem right. So what I'm going to do with the space at the top is anything that's going on that day. So anything that happens on a Monday, if we have like a practice or something, or piano, like the things that are going on go up here. I could use a little sticker, or I can just kind of write it in, which typically I write like a little line to check it off. And then down here could be my to-do list for the day, like random things that are coming up that maybe I can't do in that moment but need to get done. Or I can pick from my ongoing to-do list, which is down here. So as you can see, I took all of this and I condensed it to be about half a page here. I made this, you know, into a bigger spot because now we're going to kind of look at the other page that my catch-all kind of goes with, my 2-page catch-all. So on this one, I had this week, I have my habits and routines, I have a long to-do list section, and then 2 extra boxes. So what I ended up doing was making my habits and routines a little bit smaller. However, I made the lines longer, which I don't know if I'm going to really need that or not, but it just really fit a lot better. And then I made my to-do list here, which, yes, every line is a little bit smaller, which I'm fine with, as long as I'm not having to write super, super small. And then instead of having these 2 boxes, I pretty much kind of had to do away with the 2 boxes, but I made this one bigger. So as you can see, originally this was a box, and this was just kind of a random thing. Like, I didn't always have something here. I just had to get some documents together. So as you can see, like, sometimes this was blank. So, and sometimes these are blank or not really much is done with them. They're great for decorating with. You guys, I absolutely love using this layout to decorate. I just don't usually decorate all that often. I may with small like little icon stickers or something, because I do love keeping it neutral, but I also like using graphics from Canva when I make these, which I haven't yet, but I probably will start throwing in different graphics or color schemes or something. But that's what I did. So now I'm going to go ahead and set up the week here. And you guys are also, this isn't the only thing that I have updated, you guys. I have updated my weekly page, which I'm going to show you in a second. I have updated, on the back of this, I was going to say it's only the weekly page that I still haven't shown you guys, which I think is going to be a fun page to kind of just, it's almost like my weekend page. It's my prep, like how do I want to prep for the week kind of page, and I'm excited to use it. So I know this looks funny, or it doesn't look funny, it's just, it almost looks like what's supposed to go here, but I took the lines out and I left space so that way I can write events for the weekend going on here. This might just be like a weekend, you know, prep list or something here. And the weekly page is something I think is going to be fun and will really kind of help with the little things that I wasn't able to include by condensing. So let's see. So I'm not really going to set these things up. I mean, you guys, if you guys want to see me do a plan with me, I have plenty of those and you guys can check those out. Really, I'm just showing you guys the new layout that I'm getting ready to use and very excited about. So we'll just call these routines, and then I will fill those out soon. So the other, basically I've updated it to, it's still a 4-page layout just like this would have been. So I have my notes, I have that, and then my homeschool came after that or before it, just depended on how I felt. Well, this time, instead of the notes there, I have my weekly page. So let me get some of these distractions out of here. So this is my weekly page. It's going to, I think, going to really help me out with designing my week ahead of time. Now, there's a couple different things going on here. I do have this here, which is pretty much the same as this. But my idea for this is to write down dinners or cleaning themes for the day. If I do one here, then I would probably do the other here. If not, I actually have another option that I made for myself that is a layout that I'm going to show you in a minute, and it's also on my Etsy shop. It's not the exact same, but something similar is. So as you can see, I pull things that I've already created and I make something else with them. I just try to make them more functional for me in whatever is going on in the season of life I'm in. So for this season, I think a weekly page like this is going to be great. I'm going into summer, so I will have a little bit, I'm saying this now, but I should have a little bit more time, and I'd like to be intentional in putting more time into cleaning the house more on a regular basis, as opposed to just kind of like when I have time to do something. So these might be set up for different days of the week for cleaning. I'd have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. This a similar version to this is on my Etsy shop. It's just not blank like this. It actually is for my goals and intentions, which I will show you guys, because here it is. It's right here. So as you can see, it's a very intentional page to use for your goals and intentions. But I figured, you know what, instead of doing this only for my month, I'm going to use this for my week as well. And what I've done is I have access to my page that has times, but I thought, you know what if I don't want to use times? What if I just need more to-do list space? So I ended up just creating a to-do list over here, so I can check things off here, or I can go ahead and continue working on thinking about my ideal routine for the week and writing that out. As you can see, this weekly doesn't have an ideal routine. So it just kind of has like things that are going to go on and then things to do. And I thought, well, having an ideal routine would be great, at least even if it's like a homeschool day, since, this is homeschool and homemaking at the same time. 3 of the days of our week should be, very productive, very focused. So I'm probably going to do that here. And then I just thought places to visit would be nice to think about ahead of time, anything big going on. And then there's another style of a list making item here. More of, less of, just being more intentional. So the other setup though, well, let me finish this out, and then it finishes out with notes. The other setup, and I've gone ahead and printed this for the next week because it's always nice to have an extra week printed, but I thought I'd show it to you as well, as I'm going to try out, the next week I'm going to try this out. So same thing here, but instead of using this as a routine, I'll probably, leave it blank to see if it's needed for a to-do list. And then I have decided to totally change up my layout here, which I've already fixed this problem in Canva, but I wasn't going to reprint it just for myself. So basically, these are going to be the days of the week. And yes, I only did 5 because I went ahead and put the weekend here, because the weekend is totally different than my Monday through Friday. And my Monday through Friday is more structured in our time and everything. So I thought, you know what, it might be fun to go ahead and write out our routine for the day here, because as structured as it is, we do have some days that have different things going on. So we're going to do that. And here is where I'm going to write the events that are going on that day. And just not worry too much about an area for the daily routines. I will probably, not daily routines, daily to-dos. And instead I will focus on my to-do list here. Now, if this is too small for me or I fill it up, I will go to this side and keep my to-dos here. So as you can see, I don't really need to use this for an ideal routine, because every day I will be writing out the routine, or at least beginning of the week, I will write out what's happening and then work around that in our daily routine. So I most likely will write what's going on, places that, appointments, stuff here, and then here, plugging them in here and writing out a routine, having to-dos here, and just working on this on a daily basis. And then if this gets full, going over here, which this is a huge, list, because the way I made this, you guys, was, let's go back to this section. I mean, it starts at 5 a.m. and ends at 11 p.m. and it's every half hour. So that's why it's so long. And I wasn't going to change that, because I may actually want to plug the numbers in, the time in there. So as you can see, I like having options to work with. I like trying things out. So this will be, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I have room for my habits and routines there. Homeschool stayed the same for this. And then again, another notes page. So I printed up 2 weeks worth so I can try both of them out and see what I like best. You guys will have to stay tuned for the next video on this anyways, the next upcoming video on how this all went, so I can share with you guys what I'm going to decide to do afterwards. leave comments leave me a comment below letting me know what you guys would think you would like to use more. Would you guys like this catch-all layout more, which is kind of like the combo of my weekly dashboard weekly and dashboard lists? Or do you think you would like something that's kind of like a combo between like hourly and part of my weekly or dashboard lists? Oh, and if I didn't talk about this part, but something similar to this, except it's a 2-page layout, and there's 2 different styles, but is in my Etsy shop, and it goes all the way across, obviously, and there's other things on the pages too, like goals and intentionals and like a little calendar, expense tracker, stuff like that. So what I kept though was this section, basically all of the hourly, and this is I drink from like a 40-ounce bottle of water thing. So really my goal is to drink at least 3 of those. So that's what that's there for. And then I'm going to write my workout in here, you know, whether it's HIIT and arms, stuff like that. And then this is where I was going to put the dinner for that day, or same thing as you know, as this. It was going to either be dinners or the weekly cleaning theme, and that's what's going to go there. So as you can see, I'm excited to try new things. You guys know that I get excited to try new things, and I just get antsy, and I love it. And I also have a notes page on the back because honestly, just anything, YouTube, Etsy, weekend, you know, to-do list if something's filled up or whatever is going on. Make a call and you make a note, all that kind of stuff. So I really have access to anything that I need for the week between these 4 pages. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, let me know in the comments below which one you find you would probably enjoy the most, and how you guys are doing. So I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day, and hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.